everyone, and welcome to the Daily Dish. I'm your host, Kathy Rankin, and we've been having fun all week with Kelly Bensimon, and you might recognize her as one of the stars of the Housewives of New York City. I did watch the show, a lot of fun, and but she's done so much else, and she's got a book out recently that we've been talking about called I Can Make You Hot, and there is some really great practical advice in here on how you can just approach your lifestyle for beauty, health, fitness. And Kelly, we've talked about diet, we've talked about the supermodel diet and exercise and nutrition, but you have a 7-day eating plan. Talk about that, and what are the main cornerstones of your eating plan and the one you talk about in the book?
Well, I believe that you should, eat 6 days as healthy as possible, and then the 7th day is your Sunday fun day. It doesn't have to be, Monday through Sunday. I mean, let's say that, you had a party to go to on Tuesday, so that Wednesday is your Monday, and then you start, your 6 days, and then you have your fun day at the end. I just think it's really important to keep yourself on a routine, and when you're in a routine, your body is functioning, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and as a result, you can be a better person, be a better mom, be better at work, because you're not worrying about what you're eating. You know what you're eating. You know that in the morning you're going to have, your cereal or, fruit in the morning. I usually have fruit. At lunch, you know that you're going to have a jam-packed lunch. High carbs at lunch are really, really important, because people are at work, people are even mothers who eat a small lunch. Their big hours are like from 5 to 8. So how can you think to yourself you're going to be able to survive those daunting hours of homework and dinner and bed, bath, and books if you haven't eaten enough food? It's really, really important. So I believe that you should have. I've definitely never skip a meal, and that you really shouldn't snack, because you should just eat your 3 meals a day. And I don't believe in the little meals all day long. Little meals all day long means that you're grazing, and you can never really monitor how much you're grazing. People are always like, if you eat small meals throughout the day, that will keep your metabolism up. I'm like, no, that will make you fat.
Yeah, people don't realize how much they're consuming in what seems small.
Right, and you're like, I just had a couple of chips. Well, how many chips exactly is your couple? Because my couple is 2 to 4, but other people, a couple could be an entire box.
Yeah, half a bag. And you talk a lot about the green foods that you mentioned,
Right.
Always having a vegetable at night and at lunch, and you have recipes in here. It's great. You have a lot of recipes in here, including one that we were just talking about earlier with the crew that you use every day, and that is your green juice that you like,
Right.
and it's the Kelly Green.
Right.
Talk about that and how you came up with it.
Well, the Kelly Green juice, first of all, I just want to be honest, I am not a cook. I just love to make food for my kids, and then I want to eat a certain way. So I've just, created these recipes for myself just because out of basic necessity. It's I don't have a lot of time, and so I was just like, what, I've seen this, I saw that, and I'm just going to fuse all this and put it together, and this is what's going to work for me.
Right.
And also, I want, just because things are healthy, they have to taste good.
Yeah.
And if they don't taste good for me, I'm not going to eat it. And I mean, no one's going to.
Yeah, and the idea of green sometimes scares people.
The idea of green is daunting. So that's why it's Kelly Green, which I think of as kind of lightly green. And so even though this is jam-packed with, kale and broccoli, and there's some lime in there and a little orange juice, it tastes really, really good. And again, if I like it, then it's good.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to drink it if it's not good. I'm just not.
Right,
You can't
this is
force
something
it.
you're doing in your own house.
It's like forcing a kid to take vitamins.
You do take a multivitamin, and you also drink water with real lemon juice in it, which I found was interesting.
And fruit, because it just looks prettier, and it's actually good for you. But I really think, you can put blueberries in water, you can put strawberries in water, and it looks really, really beautiful. But lemon in your water it really cleanses your system. And then afterwards, after you take the water that you've drank, you can actually take the lemon out, and then you can, wipe your sink with it. So then your sink smells really, really good and lemon fresh. So there's just really fun ways of just, making your life a little bit easier.
Right, but again, really practical and something that I think everybody can do, and they don't have to feel intimidated or overwhelmed.
Anyone can do this. All you need is a lemon and water.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
we're going to end the segment on that. Brilliant advice, lemon and water. There you go. We will see you again on another Daily Dish.
Thank you.